Hi everyone and welcome to DIY with Nadia. Today we are making this beautiful Christmas wreath that is simple, easy to make, but makes a gorgeous statement. Stay tuned. Let's get started on this wreath. I'm using this square wreath form that I found at the Dollar Tree, and I wish I can find more because these are so unique. And as you see, this is the little tag that came with it. And what I'm going to be using is I'm going to be using these burlap ribbon to wrap around the wreath, and then to decorate I am going to be using this gold and the green burlap from the Dollar Tree. I will also be using these gorgeous picks that I got at the Dollar Tree this year and these that I got from the Dollar Tree last year. Look how pretty these are. Some of them are like, it's damaged just a tiny bit over here, but hey, all you have to do is turn it around and nobody can see. But yeah, those are so super cute. And if I feel like it's not full enough when I actually start decorating, I always have these on hand, you guys. These are always good to have, these wired garland ties, to buff up anything you're doing for Christmas, and especially with the Christmas trees that the Dollar Tree has. I have my little finger covering, and these are from the Dollar Tree. They come 3 in a pack. So let's get started. I'm going to start with the center here, and I'm just going to kind of cross over because I want it to go on an angle, and just give it a dab of hot glue right there, just so it holds it. Over here in the middle, I want the bottom of this part and the top of this part to overlap. That way we have a nice thick layer. There we go. Now the corners here are a little tricky, but you know what? Nothing we can't handle, right you guys? Okay, a little bit of an angle here. Okay, so the way I do my corner is let me just pull it up. I will go to the corner and I will loop it back. So there's my loop right around the corner. And I'm going to give it just a tab of hot glue right here, just so it holds. And now I'm taking and I'm folding a little bit of this inside ribbon underneath here, because what I want to do is I want to give it a nice secure corner right here. And I'm bringing my other edge straight up to the corner. And this is where we're gonna go up again. Okay, here we have another corner going on. My last loop, I'm looping it over here in the corner, bringing it back and covering that up. And over here where it overlaps, I'm going to give a little dab of hot glue. Just, I mean, you guys, dab, 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 like tiny, tiny, tiny. Because I don't want too much of the hot glue going through, and I'm just using kind of just to bring it together and hold it. And I'm going to take a little bit of this and push it in so I can squeeze it in a little bit so that it doesn't look too crunched up. And I'm going to go over and cover this area. And then this area that's all wrinkly, we're gonna cover with this. Straighten that out a little bit, and then we move on. So with this ending, we're just going to start a new one, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to overlap, make sure it's not gonna show. I even cut it down just a tiny bit. Now it's almost nice and dry. Now, if I would have finished a little bit earlier, like on the front, I would have actually came back to the back and cut that piece off, because I'd rather cut a piece off than have this in the front somewhere. Okay, we are ready to continue, and I will be doing the same thing, just moving along, overlapping really, oops, sorry about that, you guys. Overlapping really nicely, and I'm just overlapping by half of the ribbon. That way you get double layer.
I've been working so much lately, I can barely find the time to sleep. Yeah, I spend my time running around, keeping people pleased. But this is my favorite holiday. It's a chance to stop.
Okay, you guys, so I'm coming to the end, and I have a little piece left. So what I'm going to do is, actually, I'm not going to go over here, because I'm going to have a bow in this corner anyway. And I'm just going to just make sure that this part is covered. And yes, this part is going to go in the front, but there will be greenery here, so that part will be covered also. Okay, this wreath looks really clean, very beautiful, and we are going to work on this corner right here. And the way I'm going to do it is, you can either hang it like this, or you could hang it like in a diamond shape. So I'll kind of be working with a diamond shape, and then we see what we will do. The first thing I want to do is, I want to do the greenery and see if I need to add any. So what I'm going to do with these is, I'm going to separate the little greenery here, and I'm going to put this gold in between, so to make it look like it was all one piece. You know what? I feel like this greenery is not really matching to this. Both of these are Dollar Tree pieces. Are they different greenery pieces? Look at this one. This one's not bad. So there we go. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this piece and wrap it around, and I'm going to bend about 1 inch of this pick. Okay, I like that. So I did the same thing to the second one as I did to the first one. I got the wired garland, wrapped it around, and I'm just going to hot glue it in place. All right, let's get started on the bow. So here is the idea. It's to use this gold one and the green one, because we have gold and we have green. So we have gold and we have green, because otherwise the gold is not going to stand out that much. This way, see? And then I thought, it's just a little dark. Just the whole project seems a little bit dark and not enough white. So I thought, on top of that, to bring in some white. I don't know how much we have left here. Ooh, we don't have a lot left. To bring in some of this white. When I do bows like this, what I like to do is, because the endings are so kind of rugged. So here's what I'm going to do. The first thing I'm going to do is bring it together. Hold it in place. There you go. And I'm going to fold it.
Yeah, spend my time running around.
And this time I'm going to do 2 dabs on the sides. So I got 12, about 24 inches is my bow. Okay, so now that I have it nice and secured, I'm just going to pull it down. And this bow is going to be 24 inches. So if you're doing the same ribbon or a similar ribbon, you're going to need about 24 inches for this particular bow. And I just went with that because that's how long my white ribbon was. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to fold it in half and do some hot gluing over here. Let's find our center. After I found my center, I'm going to make a simple bow going one way and going the other way.
And when we wake up in the morning, I'm gonna play those carols that you love. We'll be singing all them.
Here's how I bring these together usually. I fold it in half and then one down and two down. And that is how I usually bring them together. I'm using a floral wire for this bow today.
Isn't this how it's supposed to be? Making our Christmas memory.
Don't make it too tight. That way you can adjust it if you want. And there you go, you guys. I think this bow turned out absolutely cute. I feel like I want more greenery here now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another piece. I'm going to cut it in half. These wire cutters are not impressing me over here. My husband just got me a new pair. I need to find them. Okay, so what I want to do is I just want to give more greenery over here to cover this area up. Right there, see? There you go. I feel a lot better about that. And then when I put this on, it's gonna look good. Okay, that's a little better. See, sometimes you just, as you're working, you just see something here, something there, need to improve here, need to improve there, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, to finish up this bow, obviously, I'm not gonna leave the wire right there. I'm going to take another piece of this grosgrain ribbon that I absolutely love. I'm a huge fan of my grosgrain ribbon. 3 inches of the grosgrain ribbon, 2 to 3 inches, depends on how thick your ribbon is on your bow. I just feel like using grosgrain ribbon in my projects. It makes it look so so much more expensive. Grosgrain ribbon is not cheap, and it's not expensive either. It's not like, you know, it's covered in gold pieces or whatever, but still, it's just such an elegant and beautiful ribbon. I love using it. All right, let's see what we have here. I'm going to poof these guys up. And oh yes, I am very, very happy about that. Thank you so much for joining me on my first Wreath Wednesday. If you like this idea of doing wreaths with me every Wednesday, let me know down below, and what types of wreaths would you like to see? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, sending you warm hugs, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.